Imagine a world where people vanish without a trace, leaving behind only questions. What if I told you that one of these cases holds a secret that could change everything? Stick around to find out which one as we delve into the top 10 most baffling disappearances in history. Welcome back, true crime explorers. Today we're exploring the top 10 most mysterious disappearances that continue to baffle investigators and captivate the public imagination. These stories are filled with puzzling clues, eerie circumstances, and unanswered questions that have persisted for decades. So grab a seat and prepare to be captivated by these unsolved mysteries that defy explanation. Case 10. Frederick Valentich. On October 21st, 1978, Frederick Valentich, a 20-year-old pilot, took off from Melbourne, Australia on a routine training flight. At 7:06 p.m, Valentich reported seeing an unidentified flying object to air traffic control. Melbourne, this is Delta Sierra Juliet. Is there any known traffic below 5,000? Delta Sierra Juliet, no known traffic. I am. Seems to be a large aircraft below 5,000. Over the next few minutes, Valentich described a large metallic object with a green light orbiting above his plane. His last words were chilling. It's not an aircraft. Then silence. Despite an extensive search covering 1,000 square miles, neither Valentich nor his aircraft were ever found. Theories range from tragic accident to elaborate hoax and even otherworldly encounter. Some suggest he became disoriented and flew upside down, mistaking his reflection for a UFO. Others point to his UFO interest as evidence he staged his disappearance. However, the lack of wreckage continues to fuel speculation about what really happened in those skies. Case 9. The Jameson Family. On October 8, 2009, the Jameson family, Bobby, Sherilyn, and 6-year-old Madison, vanished near Red Oak, Oklahoma. They had driven to the Sandboy Mountains to look at land they wanted to purchase. 8 days later, their pickup truck was found abandoned with their IDs, wallets, phones, and $32,000 in cash still inside. Their dog was barely alive from dehydration. Security footage from their home showed the couple moving a large, heavy object days before disappearing. Theories include foul play, cult involvement, and mental health issues. Sherilyn's mother even suggested witchcraft, as a bizarre 11-page letter filled with ramblings about spirits was found in their home. 4 years later, skeletal remains of 2 adults and a child were found 3 miles from the truck. DNA confirmed these were the Jamesons, but their cause of death couldn't be determined. The case remains one of the most perplexing recent mysteries. Case 8. Brian Schaffer. On April 1, 2006, Brian Schaffer, a 27-year-old medical student, went out with friends in Columbus, Ohio. Security cameras captured Brian entering the Ugly Tuna Saloon bar at 1:15 a.m, but never showed him leaving. He was last seen around 2 a.m. near the bar's entrance. Police reviewed hours of security footage and interviewed hundreds of people. Sniffer dogs searched, and the bar's structure was examined for hidden spaces. Despite all efforts, no trace of Brian was found. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Some believe Brian left through an exit not covered by cameras. Others speculate about secret passages. His mother had died from cancer 3 weeks before his disappearance, leading some to wonder if grief caused him to stage his own vanishing. The case remains one of the most perplexing mysteries of how someone can disappear from a crowded, surveilled area without a trace. Case 7. Dalen Mokpua. On February 27, 2015, 18-year-old Dalen Mokpua set out to hike Hawaii's illegal Stairway to Heaven trail. The last contact was photos he sent to family from the hike. In one image, a mysterious, blurry figure can be seen in the background, partially hidden behind foliage. This figure has become the center of intense speculation. Some believe it could be another hiker, perhaps the last person to see Moke alive. Others suggest more sinister theories. Despite extensive searches by rescue teams, no trace of Moke was found in the dense, treacherous terrain. Internet sleuths continue analyzing the photo, claiming to see details like backpacks or specific clothing, while others argue it might be a trick of light and shadow. The true identity of the figure and Moke's fate remain unknown. Case 6, the Sodder Children. On Christmas Eve, 1945, in West Virginia, a fire broke out in the Sodder family home. George, Jenny, and 4 children escaped, but 5 children aged 5 to 14 were trapped upstairs. Strangely, no human remains were found in the ashes, despite authorities claiming the fire was hot enough to completely cremate the bodies. The mystery deepened with suspicious details. Phone lines were cut, trucks wouldn't start, and the family's ladder was missing. In following years, the Sodders received tantalizing clues suggesting their children might be alive, including mysterious phone calls and anonymous photographs. The Sodders believed their children were kidnapped, possibly due to George's criticism of Italian fascism. Despite numerous investigations and even exhuming the site, no conclusive evidence was found. The case remains one of America's most enduring mysteries. Case 5. The Lost Colony of Roanoke. In 1587, 115 English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island, North Carolina. Leader John White returned to England for supplies, but was delayed 3 years due to war. When he returned in 1590, the colony was completely abandoned. The only clues were Croatoan, carved into a fence post, and CRO into a tree, referring to a nearby island and friendly Native American tribe. Theories include attack by hostile tribes attempting to sail back to England, disease, or integration with local tribes. Recent archaeological evidence suggests colonists may have split up and integrated with different Native American communities. Fragments of pottery and an Elizabethan signet ring found on Hatteras Island support this theory, but no definitive proof exists. Case 4, Amelia Earhart. Aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart disappeared July 2, 1937, during her attempt to circumnavigate the globe. With navigator Fred Noonan, she took off from New Guinea heading for Howland Island. Their last known position was over the Pacific. Despite one of history's largest search operations, no trace was found. Major theories include crashing into the ocean and sinking, landing on Gardner Island as castaways, capture by Japanese military who suspected spying, or crashing on New Britain Island. Despite numerous expeditions and millions spent searching, including a 2019 expedition by Titanic discoverer Robert Ballard, no conclusive evidence has emerged. Case 3, the Mary Celeste. The merchant ship Mary Celeste was found adrift and deserted in the Atlantic on December 4, 1872. The ship was in good condition with cargo intact and no signs of struggle, but the crew, captain, his wife and daughter were missing. The lifeboat was gone, suggesting abandonment, but the weather was clear and the ship seaworthy. The last log entry was 10 days before discovery. Some suggest the crew feared explosion from alcohol fume cargo, others believe piracy. Despite extensive investigations, what drove the crew to abandon a perfectly sound ship remains unknown. Case 2, the Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers. In December 1900, 3 experienced lighthouse keepers vanished from Scotland's Flannan Isles Lighthouse. The lighthouse was found in perfect working order, with no signs of struggle. The last log entry noted severe weather on December 15th. When relief arrived December 26th, the lighthouse was deserted with stopped clocks and cleaned lamps. Theories include being swept away by rogue waves while securing equipment during a storm or falling victim to a freak wave. The mystery continues to intrigue as a haunting tale of isolation and nature's unforgiving power. Case 1, the Beaumont Children. On January 26, 1966, 3 siblings, Jane, Anna and Grant Beaumont, disappeared from a beach in Adelaide, Australia. Witnesses reported seeing them with a tall blonde man. Despite massive searches, widespread media coverage and numerous investigations, no trace has been found. Various theories emerged, including stranger abduction or connections to notorious criminals. The case remains Australia's most infamous unsolved mystery, a tragic reminder of innocence's vulnerability and the enduring pain of unanswered questions. And there you have it, the top 10 most baffling disappearances in history. Each case reminds us of mysteries that still elude us and secrets that may never be revealed. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing content. Until next time, stay curious.